Look at this. Jeff George throws 80% of the time to his wide receivers.
George to Robert Smith. Nothing.
I don't know that that is a hold, but I was saying, look how deep the safeties are. They are going to double these receivers as long as they can. Smith being the speed guy, Horde being the power guy.
George, deep, overthrown. Intended for Cris Carter. Darren Woodson close by.
Darren Woodson had great coverage on that because Cris Carter was trying to get to the post, and Darren Woodson not only ran stride for stride with him, but he kept him out of getting into that post. Think about Darren Woodson and how good he is as a run guy, but watch him here. See, he keeps that position. That's a bracket. They're inside out on Carter. He has a good inside position. You look at this and you see why Robert Smith is open. Look here. There's 4 defenders on these 2 guys, Moss and Jake Reed. Then on the other side, there's 2 defenders here and here on Randy Moss. So you have 6 defenders covering those 3 wide receivers, which leaves 0 for Robert Smith. And that's that's 33% of the time those wide receivers, none to his tight ends, 67% to his running backs, and the rest of the season he was only throwing 14% of the running backs. But I think we showed earlier why that's true. I mean, they're just doubling Moss and Carter all the time, and the things that they're going to give you are the running backs and those kind of things.
3rd and 4. 4 wide receivers. Carter moves to his left. They throw right to Randy Moss, covered by Deion Sanders. And Deion slung him to the ground, but after he got a first down.
That's the matchup. As you said, there's 3 receivers on the other side. Only Randy Moss and Deion Sanders back here. Deion Sanders was playing off. Jeff George sees that, just gives it to Randy Moss. Randy Moss knows he has to make a first down. He tries to make a little move there. It doesn't work, so he just lowers his shoulder.
Here or San Francisco. Here's Jeff George back to throw. Fires up the middle to Randy Moss. Randy Moss shakes 1 tackler and gets across the Dallas 40 to about the 38.
And they found out what they can do to Randy Moss. We talked about how they're doubling him all the time. Here's Deion Sanders here, and they're always going to have help over the top. But with that help over the top, the one place that he can get is the middle of the field in those ends. Last year, they didn't do this to Randy Moss, and this is a big addition. And when Randy Moss, with him, you can throw it anywhere. I mean, you can throw it high, he'll go get it. You can throw it high and behind the end.
Here's George to Smith. Emmett Smith did his part.
You could just feel the finality of it, that the winners go on and the losers go home.